All right, so let's color. With colored pencils today, what I would like you to do is to remember that we're going to color in short, close together strokes so that it's nice and bright. Up here in the sky, all we're going to color is the clouds, and then we're going to leave the sky the blue of the paper. But down here in the ocean, we want to color the whole thing in. I like to work from light to dark, so I want everybody, first of all, to pick up your white colored pencil, and let's draw our clouds with our white pencil. Okay, starting in this corner, we are going to draw a couple of curved lines like this. And then on top of those curved lines, we are going to draw some fluffy, bumpy lines. Okay, so we've got those curvy clouds. And then over here, these just kind of are more like a swish of a cloud. So I'm just going to draw a line like that and like this, and we'll just swish them off. Okay, now while you're holding your white pencil, I would like you to color in your clouds. So I can move pretty fast, but I'm putting my color right next to each other. If you go like this, can you even see that? There's way too much blue showing, so you need to draw close together like this. And I'm going to come up here and color in. All right, so you take a minute and color in all of your clouds white, including this, okay? And I'll meet you back in just a second. All right, welcome back, artist friends. So if you ever need to pause your video, you can pause for a minute and finish the instructions I gave you and then push play again. So I've colored in my white clouds, and now while I still have my white pencil, what I'd like you to do is pressing hard. I would like you to add some white on each of your waves. So out in the ocean, when the wind picks up the waves, they're called white caps. And a sailor can look out into the ocean. If you see white caps, you know it's windy because you can see that movement on the water. So we're going to add white to our waves. All right, now I'm going to put down the white for a minute. Okay, the next lightest color on here is yellow. And whenever I color brown, I always like to put yellow underneath it. So I am going to take my yellow pencil, and I am actually going to color in all parts of my ship. Now I'm coloring to the edges. Today, artist friends, if you want to really turn this into a masterpiece, if you will do short, close together strokes and go all the way to the edges, it will make all the difference. So I'm even coloring in the top of the ship. I'm coloring in the sides of the ship. And I'm kind of leaning my pencil on the side. Gives it a little bit more surface, and I can go a little faster when my pencil is on its side. All right, now that I've colored all of that yellow, then I can take my brown and color this part that's darker. So if I would have just used my brown first, there would have been a lot of blue paper showing through, and it wouldn't have looked as realistic. But because I did the yellow first, it looks so nice and warm and rich like wood. Okay, now back here, it's mostly light except you see the shadow. So let's color the rudder in. And I'm going to just kind of hit some of these lines with my brown color and maybe just the top outline of the boat. Okay, now you can color your butterflies any color you want. The only thing I want you to remember is I'd love for you to press dark. So you're pressing hard so that your color is dark. And you're going all the way to the lines, okay? The other thing is whatever you do on one side of the wing, you have to do on the other. So while that color is in your hand, make sure to do both sides the same and get all those little edges. Okay, and then you can take some different colors and color in your details. So just make sure that as you're coloring your butterflies, you're making them symmetrical. which means the same on every side. And some of the butterflies, sometimes it looks nice to also get a bit of a light color in the butterflies too. So maybe some yellow or some white is really gonna pop. Okay, so I'm just gonna do one butterfly. I'm gonna let you guys do the rest on your own. But for right now, I wanna show you a trick with the water. So I'm gonna get a couple of colors. I'm gonna have a few different colors of blue. I'm gonna grab a purple and a green. When you're coloring your water, you always want to color across, horizontal. So I'm first gonna take a blue and I'm turning it kind of on its side, and I am going to color, so I'm just gonna kind of do this middle part so you can see, okay? So I am going to color in right next to the boat, okay, right up to the top and right to the edge. Okay, so I've added a bunch of blue. Now, I can come in with another color of blue and I can fill in everywhere I didn't go the first time. Then I'm getting a couple of different blues in my ocean, okay? And then I can pick up a green. And I can come in here and get the spaces that I hadn't colored yet. Make sure to go all the way to the edge. All the way to the edge. Isn't that coming together nicely? So I'm filling in all the blue paper on the bottom, but I'm using a bunch of colors, and it's actually going pretty fast because I'm turning my pencil, I'm letting it be at that angle, so it's kind of on the resting on the side, and it just lets you color in so much more at a time. Now remember, if you have this up here, friends, don't forget that little part, and that's pretty purple, so I'm actually gonna cover a little bit of it with blue. Okay. So you'll be able to finish in all of your water. I want you to go all the way to the edges, okay? Now this last thing, this is so cool. I can't wait to show you this. So we did our clouds white, and if you trace them now, so follow your lines and trace them with blue, all of a sudden they totally show up and pop off your paper, okay? Now an extra thing you can do is take some blue or green, and you can add a little bit of a shadow on the edge of these bumps. So really, if I've got a curved line, I'm just adding some shadow right there, and it really helps these clouds pop out. You can even draw some more lines, and the more lines you do like that, and then it'll show that movement that we're looking for. Don't forget these over here. All these need is just a little bit of an outline on the edge, and they'll show up. Because at first, they didn't show up very good. And now that we've outlined them, we can see those clouds. All right, artist friends, I'm gonna leave the rest up to you. Remember to color your butterflies symmetrical, go all the way to the edges, pressing firmly. Remember to outline your clouds and go all the way to the edge with your ocean, going across.